Hello, today I want to show you how to change a blade on your rotary cutter. So I've pulled out all the different sizes that I own, starting with the 28mm, and I use this for small cutting pieces, like if I'm appliquing or if I'm paper piecing. The 45 is the one that I use the most, and that's just going through 2 layers to do all my cutting and subcutting. And then the 60mm, which I use when I'm going through multiple layers, like 10 to 12 layers in one shot. And so those are your 3 different sizes. And rotary cutters come in all different shapes also. And this is the newest one, which is very easy to change the blade. But I want to go back to the ones that I showed you first, because for me, these are the ones that fit the best on my hand. So with that, what I'd like to do is show you how to change the blade. And to do that, I'm going to show you how to do that. What you want to do is, first of all, take your rotary cutter and you put your index finger on the round piece, the front piece, which is called the stem of the rotary cutter. You're going to place your index finger and grab your rotary cutter and just flip it. Now when I change my blades, I always do it over a table so that if something should fall, it's not going to go very far. It's going to sit right on the table. The next thing you want to do is, while your finger is on the bottom, while you're still holding the stem, you are going to unscrew the nut. And once we unscrew that nut, I'm just going to place it down on my table. The next thing that you'll notice is that you have a little piece called the washer, and you'll see that the washer has a little curved thing to it. So you want to make sure that you put that curve sitting straight up so that you have the curve like that. And I'm going to lay that right next to my nut. Once I have that, some rotary cutters have another piece called a spacer. This one does not have a spacer, so we're not going to worry about that. We're going to go ahead and flip our rotary cutter back to the right side again, and I am going to remove the stem and place that down next to my washer. You'll notice that you have your blade, and what you want to do is be very careful, because even though your blade is dull from cutting, it is not dull enough to cut you. So what you're going to do is just take it and slide it out and place that down. Put your new rotary blade in, and when you open your package of blades, you'll notice that some packages come with 1 blade, some packages come with multiple blades. Make sure that you're only grabbing 1 blade. This one only comes with 1 blade. The other thing I want to show you about the blade is that sometimes it comes with a little bit of oil on it, and you want to make sure that you leave that. Do not wipe that oil off. Go ahead and flip the blade onto your hand and flip that blade on top of your rotary. Once that's done, go ahead and take the stem and place the stem so that the blade is now in place. I always make sure that my blade is also closed. I'm going to return my index finger holding down the stem. I'm going to flip my rotary cutter, and then I'm going to replace all my units. So there's my washer, and again, make sure that your washer is sitting with the curve up. And then I'm going to take my nut. Now you'll also notice that the nut has an innie and an outie, and so you want to make sure, see where the little, it almost looks like a well, and you want to make sure that that is face down. And when you turn to tighten your nut, just tighten it enough with your hands. You don't really need it too tight. You'll know once you have placed your rotary cutter, if it's really hard for you to open your rotary cutter and roll it, then you've pressed it too hard, and just loosen that nut a little bit. And that's how you change a blade. With the newer Olfa cutters, Very simple. All you have to do is turn the rotary over the table and just press the change button down and take your blade out, replace it with the new one, and place that back on and push that back up. And that's as simple as it gets.